John Lackey is a painter, printmaker, writer, designer, and a stop-motion filmmaker. His art is unique and compelling. Let's take a look.
I had dropped out of art school and was hitchhiking around the country, and I saw people at festivals selling low-quality artwork, and I thought, well, I can do that. So that's how I got back into art, and I started screen printing in campgrounds and hotel rooms, and selling my artwork at the concerts and festivals and stuff, and it was pretty homegrown. My art is still kind of a learning process, figuring out what exactly it is. A lot of it is communication, connection. I grew up a music lover, so I'm a little jealous of all my friends that are in bands because they have cohorts and people to work with. So when I do a book cover for a poet or a CD cover for a band and we work on it together and I try to make something that'll please them and please me, it's kind of the closest thing I get to being in a band. So that's a wonderful connection. As a kid, I always felt like an artist on the inside, but I didn't know any other artists and never saw an artist studio. But I drew all the time. I drew, my animals and traced superheroes, Flash and Spider-Man, to learn how to draw bodies and stuff like that, and took some art classes. It just didn't seem like a thing that was available to me to be an artist. It seemed like kind of a lofty thing, and from most people's opinions, not a real good idea. And so over the years, I've kept banging back into art and trying a little harder, and eventually quit my day job as an art director at a TV station to go out for art full time. And over the years, majoring in printmaking and figurative studies and being an artist and selling art, it's been a very slow process of feeling like an actual artist. It was something I was trying to achieve, and then you get to where you're working 70 or 80 hours a week and you stop one year and look back and you realize you're there, but then there's still a lot more climbing to do. Before I ever painted, I did 20 years of printmaking, carving block prints, wood engravings, linoleum block prints, woodcuts, and just that carving those loopy gestures of trees and things like that, I think has informed my painting style, which every once in a while I try to use a big brush or do paintings where I just throw paint just to try to break out of that, but then it's like a magnet. I just slide back into it like a slightly bad habit. It was a leap of faith to quit my day job as art director at a TV station and go for making art full time. For me, there was a Goethe quote that said, "If you leap, unseen hands will reach out to catch you." And although really they don't catch you so much as they break your fall a little bit, just enough. And my wife was a little nervous about it, but there was a particular Wilco song that kind of inspired her to say we should just go for it. So we've met a lot of interesting people and done a lot of interesting things because of it. So it's been a lot of fun. After being an art director and sitting at a computer for years, I was starting to have migraines, and my eyesight would kind of disappear in the middle from staring at a computer all day and being bent over. And once I started painting and standing up straight, I just felt a lot better. So I want to go back to printmaking, but I kind of don't want to, because I just love painting. It's like, you move around, it's like dancing or exercising, and you stand up straight. And if you mess up, you can paint over it. The first painting I did after I quit the day job on the computer, I was painting something and I messed it up, and I automatically looked down for the mouse to hit undo, and had kind of a moment of clarity. My favorite things I've done is a series of 5 posters for the band Wilco when they played a 5-night stand in their hometown, and it's my favorite band, and it was exciting to be able to work with them. And they had me do 5 posters that kind of harken back to their album covers in a subtle way. But it was 5 different posters, but when you put them together it makes a guitar. And that was a lot of fun. I got to go to all those shows, and so that was a little peak. This one right here, it's probably about 2/3 of the way finished. I've got a lot more to do to it. And I think it's going to be a peak of sorts, because I don't know how many more times in the future I'm going to get to spend months on a 12-foot long painting, because it's just hard to pay the bills. Working 5 months on a video and several months on a big painting. I have people asking me for smaller landscapes and things like that, which I would like to do, but I've kind of got a big fish here, and I don't want to cut the line yet. I could work on this thing forever. I kind of like to make them kind of like a tapestry. My brother-in-law said you just need to paint with bigger brushes, and I tried it his way, and he's right, and I can, and you get some emotive stuff. But I really like working my way down to the tiny brushes and kind of weaving it across the whole thing like a tapestry. So really, until somebody buys it and takes it away from me, it's always at risk of being painted again.